Hello. Thank you again for stopping by and watching my videos, okay? I've been looking forward to do this video. I have watched several videos about this person we're gonna talk about today. And I apologize, the video is not clear. It's not very clear, but I hope the audio will be clear. So I'm gonna play this video and we're gonna talk about Kerr, okay? Kerr, and this video is on the YouTube channel by the channel name is Not Me, Him, something like that. So we're just gonna play it on YouTube and then we're gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna give my comment at the end, okay? Or throughout the video. It's a very short video, so this video won't be long. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Kerr before we play this. Okay, so she has a very big prophetic voice in America, in the prophetic movement, in the evangelical movement in America. She cannot be ignored. I mean, she has a lot of following. She has a lot of access to media, TV, radio, online media. And also she wrote a book called Revealing Heaven, okay? And there's a very good interview on God TV YouTube channel that they have posted when she was in UK in 2015, talking about her visit to heaven. Now, she has made a lot of claims in that video about heaven, how heaven looks like, God, she's seen God, and how God looks like. And she has talked about God has white hair, and she actually has touched his hair. And she went to a movie theater in heaven, which is called Reality Movie Theater. And she went to watch a movie, and she actually saw a menu, while she was watching a menu. Popcorn were there, different kind of things, and you choose it, then it disappears, and they bring it to you. She has made a lot of claims that are never founded in the Bible. That you cannot find them in the Bible when it talks about the description of God or heaven or things like that. But we are not focusing on that today. Maybe I'll do another video about that. But today we are talking about the prophecy she gave about Trump winning the second term. This video was done on Wednesday, 2 days ago. So it's very fresh, it's very recent. She still stands by the prophecy, but let's hear her word, okay? Let's roll the tape.
Oh, hi, yeah, I didn't hear what you said for a second.
Well, the first was, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I was just kind of listening to God for a moment, so that kind of blocks everyone else out.
Oh, well, that's okay. You can block me out anytime for that. So. Well, Kat,
She came on the, to be interviewed, and she was listening to God, so she blocked everything else. Interesting, right?
So here we are Wednesday, 2 days before Christmas. We always start talking about the election, which is currently in progress.
Yeah.
Tell us anything you want to tell us about the elections before we do Heaven's Talk.
Okay, for the sake of context, this is Stephen Schultz and interviewing Kerr, okay? So this is just an interview, a discussion that they had.
Yes, well, God is still laughing, and that's a good sign when the way he's laughing now, because he knows what his plans are. I can only continue to tell people to celebrate. There are waves of celebration about to hit our country,
Awesome.
and it will either make people very happy, or they may be convicted about some things in their life. That's just the way it happens when God begins to invade a place. And I can tell you what, they are planning inauguration for President Trump, regardless of what the other side is saying. And so God's plans are 4 more years. You've heard me say that. I won't change that. He's not changing it, people.
So they're planning an inauguration for President Trump. And God's plan is that Trump will get 4 more years. That's what God has told Kat, okay? And it's time to do celebration. That's what she's saying right now here. So, and the plans have not changed. God has not said anything different from what she received when she gave this prophecy.
Don't think in your human mind it hasn't happened yet, so I guess it's not going to. That's not how God thinks. I can let you know this.
So you better lose just your mind, your human mind. If you're looking at this, the legal fights that have been lost by Trump campaign and by law, certification of elections, and of course there are two dates coming up: January 6th, when Congress certifies the win for Biden, and then of course January 20th, the day of inauguration. So you may as well not look at what you're saying. Don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears. God has already called the elections, and according to God, Trump will get 4 more years.
Country is going to be changing for the greater and for the better, and so are all of your lives. You should really be excited right now that you're alive and experiencing what God is doing in the midst of all of us. And so, thinking the platform, you've heard me say that also, because unless God changes what He says to me, I just have to say what He says.
That's
it's
good.
It's a great time of expectation and new.
So God has not changed. If He does, She was going to come and tell us. But so far, it's move on.
Things coming. There will be things changing, obviously, because of stuff we've gone through, but they'll be for the better. But one thing that won't change, that God has always wanted for America, is justice, liberty, and freedom, and a lot of righteousness.
That's good. That's so good, Kat. Well, you know, and I know you don't watch the news very much on purpose. I know several prophetic people who are that way, that God just says don't watch the news. It doesn't mean you never hear about the news, because I'm sure you know the certain amount of current events. But as someone who doesn't watch the news, someone's surely told you, gee, that thing didn't pass with the Supreme Court in Texas, and now he's at the end of his pathways to the presidency. And how does that affect you if someone says he either has no more pathways or they don't see another pathway? How does that affect you?
He has God's path, everybody. God's path is not man's. And it's okay to try everything you can according to the rules, the guidelines, what we've always done. But God has a path of His own. And when we're in a time of Him doing something in the earth, it will be done differently. And that doesn't mean you lose hope. Don't ever step back. Don't stop saying what God says. We have great victory headed our way. And it will be so tremendous. He let me experience a wave of that. I got so undone. I wanted to run out in the streets and just shout.
All right, enough of that. I mean, so Supreme Court have rejected the the Supreme Courts in the states, the local courts, and the United States Supreme Courts. They've shut down this idea of widespread fraud to overturn the election. So it's not going to happen. There is no path left. January 6th, Congress is going to certify the win for Biden. Everybody knows that, but she's living in denial, okay, because she gave a prophecy and she has to find a way to justify this. And a lot of people are doing that. And if you read the comments in that video, it's amazing how many people are believing this thing. I mean, the path Trump has is God's path, and it's always there, and it's always going to happen. Guys, in the name of God, in the name of church, in the name of ministry, these things are being brought out, and these people are just living in denial. So tell me what you think, but that's my thought. This is a false prophecy that fell. Okay, it did not come to pass. It's not gonna come to pass. It's a false prophecy. That's my take. I need your comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, like the video, and I want to hear from you. Okay, so thank you so much. We're gonna do another one, another faith leader, to see what they say about Trump, if it holds or if it stands. Thank you so much for watching.